What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Let's talk state of the channel. It is October now, first day of October. It's a new month. Things have rolled over. We're getting into fall now, getting closer to winter. Things are really starting to settle in here. We've got a lot of football now, and every month on the first day of the month, I like to take one video to discuss where the channel is, where it's been, and where it's going. Just review the month that we just had. Not only on YouTube, but also a little bit on Twitch and X as well. So that's what this channel video is going to be. State of the channel for September and moving into October. So let's talk about this September that we just had. At this point, the content kind of speaks for itself, right? We actually have football games. We have actual games being played. The Seahawks played 4 of them in the month of September. And when you have games, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to get into pretty much every day. Every day, you're either breaking stuff down from the last game, breaking stuff down from what you think will happen in the next game. You're talking about injuries. You're talking about numbers. You're talking about projections and predictions. Most of the stuff speaks for itself. So overall, it was a great month. Let me go ahead and just put it like that. Rather than get into the nitty gritty of like every single video that got posted, I'm posting around 30 videos a week at this point. And that doesn't even include usually about 3 streams a week. So there's plenty of stuff going out, but it's the weekly scheduled content that you guys know about by now if you've been following the channel. It's previews, it's injuries, it's news, it's all kinds of different stuff regarding the NFL and the Seattle Seahawks. And a lot of it is kind of on a cadence. Some of the stuff obviously comes out of nowhere. We just kind of go with the flow here. But rather than go through the exact uploads and talk about what's going on because it speaks for itself, the month that we just had was really, really phenomenal. Easily over 500,000 views on the channel. In fact, we got up above 525,000. Not too far away from 530,000. And we had well over 50,000 watch hours. And we crushed the subscriber goal. So that tells you what kind of month that we just had. We crushed our goals. We're doing great. We were aiming to pick up about 500 subs on the month. We beat that by almost 100. I was aiming to get to 18,400. Last night we got to 18,500. So if you want to be really specific, I was aiming for about 500. We ended up getting close to 600, which is awesome. That's great. That's special. And I want to thank everybody who was part of that. If you watch the videos, watch the streams, subscribe, liked videos, whatever. We're on a good cadence right now. My goal was by the end of the season, get to 20,000 subscribers. I think we got a good chance of getting there by the end of the year. So not even talking about the last game plus whatever playoffs there may be. I think that we might actually be able to get to 20,000 by the end of the calendar year. And that would be awesome. I think we're on pace to do it. And yeah, that speaks for itself, right? Like, if we were to talk about specific things that happened in the month, one big thing that happened that really pushed us over the edge, that made this, I think, possible, was the quote-unquote Apple Cup, which I streamed, had a very negative reaction to. But honestly, before I had the negative reaction, that stream was one of my most viewed videos, content of any kind ever. The Apple Cup watch-along. And I don't expect my college football stuff to ever really blow up like that. But we had almost 1,000 people in there at one point. And I picked up so many subscribers from that it allowed me to exceed my goal by about 100 subs. Which, you don't expect that. So something good came of that game. Because I didn't like much else of what happened in that game, to be perfectly honest. And obviously, that's cool because this year the Huskies are not really going to be pushing me over the finish line, right? Last year, the Huskies were kind of my saving grace because they had such a good year. It kind of helped offset a little bit the fact that the Seahawks were letting people down and disappointing, and people were kind of bummed out about them. They didn't want to think about them. This year, there's obviously been regression, which was largely expected, maybe a little bit more than we thought. I'm still doing all the Husky stuff, of course, but it's not the same. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of a cough. That's one other thing that happened in September. I got sick and had to gut it out. But the point I'm trying to make here is that the Seahawks have done a great job picking back up the slack to where we as Seattle sports fans have something to feel good about. The Huskies are not giving us that this year, which, again, I'm not shocked by it, and I don't think anybody should be. But the Seahawks, I mean, part of this is the fact that they're playing so good, right? If the Seahawks were not 3-1, if they weren't looking much improved on both sides of the ball, I don't think things would be going as well. So shout out to them, absolutely. If they can keep it up, I'm going to keep it up, and we'll keep going. So that's mainly a rundown of September. It was a great month. I'm appreciative of it. I think most people have kind of figured out the cadence of this channel where certain videos get uploaded at certain days of the week, every week. I will say a lot of the scheduled content has become a little more niche, right? Where those weekly videos I post will get at most 4,000 views or so. Some of them get more like 2,000. The college football ones don't even break 500 a lot of the time. I do those just because I'm doing the research anyway, so I may as well post the videos, even if only a few hundred people watch them. But those videos have kind of become the videos that appeal to a subset of the viewers. Same with like the rooting guides. But everybody watches the injury reports and post-game videos and any kind of like news. Those are the videos that everybody wants to see, which makes sense. But there was a time where the weekly videos like Snap Count Monday, Youth Watch Tuesday, those videos tended to be like the big view getters. But it's definitely kind of settled down to where people know whether or not that stuff is interesting to them or not. And there are certain subgroups of people that like this, and there are certain subgroups of people that like that. And it's worked out well, I think. People know when to expect certain pieces of content to get posted. The PFF videos are the new ones, and those are doing really good so far. I really like where that's going. So that's mostly what I can say about September. October, the month that we hope to have. It's a 31-day month, for one. Now, I think that we could do a little bit better in October. I don't know. It depends on how the team plays, right? But in the month of October, I think we do get, I think we are getting another 4 games. Maybe, I can't remember if our bye week is this month or the start of next month off the top of my head. But October could be a better month. The goal will be 19,000 subscribers. And if we have a month like the month we just had, we will get there easily. And at that point, you're 1,000 away from getting to the goal with 2 months left. So 19,000 subscribers will be the goal. I think we can do it. We're going to keep on the same schedule. 3 streams a week, about 30 videos a week. Most of them Seahawks related, some of them a little bit more broad. But I think that we can do it. So October, more of the same. Maybe going to add 1 or 2 things as we get a little deeper into the season. Keep an eye out for maybe some trade deadline stuff as we get closer and closer and more teams become sellers or maybe buyers. And we can at least have those discussions. Even if they're unlikely to turn into anything meaningful, we can still have the discussions. So that is October. Would love to get up to about 600,000 views, but because of the Apple Cup happening in September, it's admittedly, I think, a long shot, but it's a lofty goal. But I would love to get to that 19,000 sub count. That's the goal. Hopefully we can do it. Twitch. Okay, let's talk about Twitch real quick. September, good month. I took several days off in September because I was sick, so I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to. We finished Airline Tycoon Deluxe, which I'm happy to be done with that game. I liked it, but it wasn't very good for the stream, and there really isn't much to say about the game. It's really boring to watch. So we finished Airline Tycoon. We went through both Dead Rising games, 1 and 2, which was great. We did co-op on 2. And now we're ready to play the remaster whenever we decide to do that. I'm not going to do it immediately, but I wanted to beat the first 2 Dead Risings before we did the remaster. We did the Metaphor demo, which was excellent. And I can tell you right now, we are punching in a full playthrough on Metaphor when it comes out in about a month and a half. Excuse me, a week and a half. What am I saying? We did a little more Demon Souls. The going has been slow in that game because I haven't been able to invest much time into it, but I do like it. We've started Jedi Academy, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, which has been good so far. Probably around halfway done with that one. So we'll get through that one pretty quickly, I think, in the next week or so. Not a very long game. And that's most of the stuff that went down on Twitch in excuse me, the month of September. Sorry, I'm forgetting what month I'm talking about. We did play a few sessions of Warhammer over there, Vermintide, which is not the new Warhammer, which probably would have been more exciting for people. But we did get a couple of sessions into Vermintide, which is a good game. It's a good co-op multiplayer game that we'll be able to plug some hours into. And that's really about it in terms of stuff that happened in the month of September. It was, like I said, a good month, but I didn't get to put as much time into the games as I wanted to. I definitely wish I was a lot further in Demon Souls than I was. But October should be better because I won't be sick. Metaphor is going to take over my life when that comes out on October, I think, 11th. Because I'm going to get that day one, and that's going to be the only thing I play for a long time. So over the next 10 days, my goal on Twitch will be to play as much of Jedi Academy and Demon Souls as possible. Try to maybe beat both those games before Metaphor comes out. I think I can do Jedi Academy. Don't know about Demon Souls, but that's the goal. So get those both out of the way so we don't have to think about them. And then Metaphor becomes like the 100-hour playthrough. And I do think it's going to take around 100 hours. I do expect that game, with how big the scope is and how long the demo was, like we were talking a 6-hour demo minimum. Yeah, that's probably going to be about that's probably going to be a 100-hour game. And I might be underestimating it, if anything. So we're going to get that. I am going to bring back the Wii streams because people like those. So if you want to see me play the Wii, do like Wii Sports Resort, I need to finish through that. Definitely check that out. And that's going to be your October. We're up to like 715 followers over on the Twitch. So going to push, again, the goals over there are very incremental because it's not for everybody. So if we could get to like 720, I'd be happy with that this month. And maybe Metaphor will bring in new eyes and maybe we can get to like 725, but I don't know. The Twitch stuff, it's tough to get a foothold on Twitch unless you play the same game every day. If you're a variety streamer, it's hard to keep an audience. That's what I found. Okay, so X, same stuff as usual. I'm still posting most of the videos over there. I will say not all the videos get posted over there. YouTube will always be the best way to see my videos. Everything gets posted to YouTube, and everything always gets posted to YouTube first. But stuff is getting posted over on X. I'm tweeting occasionally during games. I'm doing some fun tweets as well. Keep an eye on that. And I think that's really about it, right? The Mariners are done. We don't have to talk about them anymore. We're done with the Mariners for probably a while. So that will go away. But that was already kind of fading at the end there anyway because I wasn't paying much attention. So, yeah, I think that's really all that need be said. If the Seahawks can keep it up and keep winning and keep having success and keep making us as fans happy, I think things are going to go great. So thank you once again to everybody for an awesome September. We grew. We got a lot of views, which always helps. We're getting a lot of thumbs up on the videos. People are giving the videos the likes, which helps a lot. I'm starting to ask for likes, by the way, which I know is a little bit new for me, and that throws some people off, but it helps. Just trust me, guys, it helps. So I am doing that. Obviously, I'm playing with a few other things with the channel, like the intros. The sponsorship with the Bet US is going great. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy. And let's see if the team can keep me happy as we go into October. All right. I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks. lot of videos coming later today, but I wanted to go ahead and lead off October with this one and then get into football stuff a little bit later.